I made 6 new Pokemon fully equipped with their typing, stats, moves, and abilities. X and Y just came out and released the fewest new Pokemon of any generation so far, with Gen 6 also having the fewest new legendaries at only 3. So, I thought I'd take matters into my own hands and come up with 6 new Pokemon and theorize their whole battling kit. I'm gonna try to make them as balanced as possible, so I won't be coming up with anything extreme. My first idea is a new legendary Pokemon called Miraidon, a dragon electric type that will be one of the box art legendaries in the newest game. As the game mascot, it will obviously have a high base stat total of 670, and here's how I would suggest they be distributed. It will be a speedy special attacker, and I think 135 special attack and speed is very fair. Give it 100, 100, 115 to round out its bulk, with 85 attack that it probably won't use. Right now, no one really uses the 3 terrains since there's no way to set them automatically, so let's give it the ability to set electric terrain upon entry. I like the name Hadron Engine, which not only sets electric terrain to give a boost to its electric moves, but also gives it a 33% special attack boost because I don't think stab and 135 special attack is enough. For moves, let's give Miraidon a signature move, and I'll keep this one pretty tame as just a 100 power, 100 accuracy electric move, with the property that it increases in damage if the hit was super effective, something that probably won't even come up all that often since electric only hits 2 types for super effective. Obviously give it the electric moves Discharge and Volt Switch, the dragon moves Dragon Pulse and Draco Meteor, and for coverage, Overheat, Flash Cannon, and Dazzling Gleam should help round it out, which probably doesn't make a lot of sense for it to learn since very few dragon types can even learn Dazzling Gleam, but I'll make Miraidon a special case here since it needs it. With its potential for high damage output, versatility of being able to pivot with Volt Switch, and spread fairy coverage with Dazzling Gleam, it would probably have a decent niche in restricted formats or in the Uber tier. Next, we have Gholdengo, a Pokemon with a heart of pure solid gold. First, this Pokemon will only be able to be obtained once you collect 999 of its coins in the overworld, maxing out the amount in your bag. It will be a Steel Ghost type since Aegislash is pretty balanced, so this one should be as well. It will have a base stat total of 550 distributed like this, making it a mid-speed, bulky special attacker. As a Ghost type, it will be immune to normal and fighting, which includes the moves Rapid Spin, Fake Out, Final Gambit, Seismic Toss, and Endeavor, and will be immune to trapping effects as a secondary effect, which includes things like Infestation and Shadow Tag, something that was just added to the Ghost type this generation. As a Steel type, it will be immune to Poison, which doesn't include a lot of good utility moves, but it's nice to know that if any, say, hazard removing Poison type signature moves were released, Gholdengo would still be immune. Either way, Steel still has a secondary effect of being immune to the Poison status condition and the chip damage from Sandstorm. I don't feel that this is enough immunities, so let's give Gholdengo a signature ability, Good as Gold, an ability that makes the user immune to all status moves. This includes things like Spore, Taunt, Torment, Disable, and Encore. Gholdengo will also be genderless, so it's immune to being infatuated if that ever comes up. Finally, to really make it viable, we gotta give it some good moves. Its signature move will be Make It Rain, a 100% accurate, 120 base power, special attacking spread damage steel type move that lowers the user's special attack by 1 stage after use to help balance it out. Obviously give it Shadow Ball for Ghost Stab, Dazzling Gleam for coverage, and Nasty Plot for setting up. Let me know if you think this mon would be viable. Next, we have an evolution to Primeape called Annihilape. In lore, this evolution works in that Primeape becomes so mad that it goes beyond the limits of its physical body. So, it will be Ghost Fighting type, which is a good offensive typing, but not anything crazy. For stats, it probably wouldn't use its special attack, so take 10 away from that and give it 45 more HP, 10 more attack, 20 more defense, and 20 more special defense, but take 5 speed away to balance it out. For moves, there are a lot of good physical fighting moves in the game, like Close Combat, Drain Punch, and Low Kick, so let's give Annihilape all of those options for its fighting stab. For Ghost though, there aren't that many great physical Ghost moves, so let's give Annihilape a signature move called Rage Fist. This is a rather unique move that starts out at just 50 base power, but increases by an additional 50 every time Annihilape gets hit with an attack. Each individual hit of a multi-hit move will count towards the power increase, and the power will not reset if you switch. To balance it out, it will have a cap at 350 power after getting hit 6 times, which isn't even that high. I don't think this is quite good enough to make Annihilape viable though, so for another use Annihilape could have, let's give it Final Gambit. Final Gambit causes the user to faint and damages the target by an amount equal to the user's current HP. Annihilape has the highest HP of any Final Gambit user and has decent speed to make use of it on a Choice Scarf set, so this will give it a little more versatility in its role on a team. Next, we have 2 more legendary Pokemon. The first one is this fighting bear style Pokemon called Urshifu. This will be a sub-legendary, so I'll make it a bit weaker with a base stat total of only 550, but it will have 2 forms, one being part water and one being part dark. As a fighting type, physical attacking is a lot more fitting, so give it 130 attack and 97 speed to not make it too crazy, and 160 for its bulk, with a 63 special attack stat that it probably won't use. I came up with a unique signature move and ability that should make it more interesting. For its signature move, it will change depending on its form, with the water one having Surging Strikes, a 25 base power move that hits 3 times, and the dark one having Wicked Blow, an 80 base power move that hits once. These moves will have a guaranteed critical hit chance as a secondary effect, which means that they will ignore their own attack drops, opposing defense boosts, reflect, and things like that to give it a little bit of a niche. The forms will have slightly different move pools, but they will both get U-turn, the elemental punches, and poison jab. For its signature ability, give it Unseen Fist, an ability that allows it to hit through protect, but only on moves that make contact, so it would only affect a few of its moves, not like its entire usable moveset or anything. Hitting through protect probably won't even come up all that often, since it's not like it's the most used move in a certain format, so Urshifu will pretty much be playing without an ability sometimes. This ability will also have an effect outside of battle, which is that it will make Urshifu's team preview sprite indistinguishable between forms, because its fist is just that unseen. For the other legendary Pokemon, it's actually 3 Pokemon that I'll kind of count as one, Calyrex. Calyrex's gimmick is that it's weak on its own with pretty bad stats all around and kind of an underwhelming ability on Nerve, but it can combine with these 2 horses, Glastrier, a slow tanky ice horse with these stats and the ability Chilling Neigh, a rename of Moxie, or Spectrier, a fast frail ghost horse with these stats and Grim Neigh, a special Moxie, to become a strong rider fusion Pokemon. When they combine, their abilities combine, so they have 2 abilities at the same time. They also won't need to hold an item to fuse, since it's not like the item is going to be visible in their official artwork or anything. For their combined stats, I mentioned the Ice Horse being the slow tanky variant, so let's give the rider form arguably the best bulk in the entire game at 100, 150, 130. With its speed only being 50, this will allow its attack to be high at 165. For the other horse rider stats, I think Miraidon's 135 special attack and 135 speed was pretty mild, so let's make this one a bit stronger at 165 special attack and 150 speed. This one's bulk will be a little worse at just 180, 100. To really make them strong, let's give them each a signature move just like it did with Urshifu's 2 forms. Generally, strong moves like Overheat and Hydro Pump are balanced out by having low accuracy or drawbacks like lowering special attack, so let's make these Horse Rider signature moves better than both of those moves by having higher accuracy, deal spread damage, be non-contact, and have no drawback. The Ice one will be physical, and the Ghost one will be special, and let's make the Ice one 130 base power and the Ghost one 120 for some reason. Next, we have an evolution to Ursaring, Ursaluna. This Pokemon will evolve when exposed to a rare item during a full moon to lean into the whole moon part of its lore. Ursaring is kind of underwhelming in most formats, since Mono Normal isn't a great typing, but it does at least have Stab Guts Boosted Facade and a high attack stat. So, let's lean more into that for Ursaluna by keeping Guts. It really doesn't use its special attack, so reduce that by 30, and it would probably want to be slower to work better in Trick Room, so reduce its speed by 5. Increase its HP by 40, its attack by 10, its defense by 30, and its special defense by 5. To make it better offensively, give it the ground typing since that complements the normal typing well, hitting Steel and Rock for super effective and Ghost for neutral. Obviously, give it Earthquake in every coverage move in existence like Crunch, Play Rough, Close Combat, the Elemental Punches, Shadow Claw, Seed Bomb, Gunk Shot, Stone Edge, and Heavy Slam. Probably no need for a signature move or ability, at least not with this form, since Ursaluna will also have another form that you can't change between and can only obtain one of after watching a really long cutscene. This form will be called Blood Moon Ursaluna, a reference to blood moons in real life, aka a total lunar eclipse, once again going back to the moon part of its lore. It will be the same typing of ground normal and will have similar stats, but will be a special attacker, and this form will have a signature move and ability. Its signature move will be Blood Moon, a 140 base power, 100% accurate, special attacking normal type move with the drawback that it can't be used twice in a row. This is just a side grade to Hyper Beam, since Hyper Beam has higher base power but lower accuracy and a slightly worse drawback. For its signature ability, it will get Mind's Eye, which combines the effects of Scrappy and Keen Eye together, allowing those stab normal moves to now hit ghost types with the bonus of not being affected by accuracy drops or opposing evasion boosts. Obviously give it Earth Power for special ground stab, Hyper Voice for stab spread damage, and throw on Priority Vacuum Wave too, because why not? Of these two bears, let me know which one you think would be more viable. So that's all the new Pokemon, but here's a bonus round of theoretical new items that I would like to see implemented. First, we have the Heavy Duty Boots, an item that makes you immune to the effects of entry hazards. Are you tired of your Volcarona losing half of its HP on switching from Stealth Rock? Well now, you don't have to worry about that. Just put these heavy duty boots on its non-existent feet. Next, the Clear Amulet, an item that makes you immune to stat changes. Are you tired of Intimidate lowering your attack? Well now, you don't have to worry about that. Just put on this amulet and have the effect of the ability Clear Body. Next, the Covert Cloak, an item that makes you immune to the secondary effects of attacking moves. Are you tired of getting flinched from Fake Out or getting burned from Scald? Well now, you don't have to worry about that. Just wear this cloak and have the effect of the ability Shield Dust. And the Loaded Dice, an item that makes multi-hit moves hit a guaranteed 4 times. Are you tired of Bullet Seed or Icicle Spear only hitting twice? Well now, you don't have to worry about that. Just hold these dice and have the effect of a slightly worse skill link. So, what did you think of the new Pokemon I made? Would they be viable in the current meta? How about the items? Would they see any use? Anyway, if you want to support me and my channel, just leave a nice comment since I do read all comments. You can also become a member for 99 US cents a month to get a badge next to your name and early video access like all of these lovely people. If you want bonus content, check out my second channel, Extra Bell, where I post videos I've scrapped for this channel as well as more casual, unscripted videos. Likes are also one of the ways that YouTube determines if a video should be passed around to more people, so if you feel that this video deserves to be, I would appreciate it. Thanks for watching.